What's up, guys? Nick with Practical Web Dev here, and I'm in the middle of I'm actually building out premium courses. So I haven't been making a lot of videos lately because I'm making my own courses that I talked about, some months back. I finally pulled the trigger and did it. But so you're eventually, if you like my teaching style, if you watch some of how I solve some like front end mentor challenges, and you like my philosophies and all of that, then you're going to love it because we're going to learn everything from HTML all the way up to PHP full stack development all in one course, all in one go. I think I might, and I'll put some WordPress stuff in there so that you can know how to work with WordPress professionally, and probably some Bootstrap. So you'll have like literally every tool you need to be a full stack web developer. And like if you want to get a job, or definitely if you want to freelance, you'll be able to pick up some WordPress clients or build your own products and not work for anybody because you'll be full stack. So it'll be up to you how you want to use my course. But just doing so, I just got done recording this course video about specificity for CSS and how different tags supersede others, or different selectors supersede others. And it really just got me thinking. Like, I remember when I first was learning all of this stuff, and I thought that I had to memorize everything, and I was like super stressed out. And it took me forever to once I learned CSS to really master it. It took me a long time. And the biggest reason why is because I really didn't realize that you don't have to memorize code. Like, you just have to really know concepts and understand that something exists, like CSS specificity. Just know it exists, but it's not, especially depending on how you write your code. A lot of this stuff doesn't matter, dude. Like, you don't have to memorize it. Just know that it's around. When you're taking lessons from a course, like, have notes. So in all my courses, we do notes together, and I have you guys code along with me. Okay. And then we also do a lot of challenges where you have to think for yourself. But don't think that you have to remember everything by heart the first time through. Okay. The truth is, you're not going to learn web development stuff and get really good at anything, whether that's web development or anything in life that you're trying to learn, until you take the training wheels off and go off on your own and just build something without like a tutorial. Okay. You're never going to learn this stuff until you just finally do that. So go through, whether you're taking my courses in the future or anybody else's courses out there, do yourself a favor, go through the courses once, like go through each course, take notes. Like, I usually take my notes in comments. That's a challenge. So my notes are usually up here. Take extensive notes on the course, code with the instructor, do what they're telling you to do the challenges on your own if there's a challenge, and then leave it at that. Like, just move on. If you can't, if I used to do this, like, I would finish a lesson, I would do everything. But then I would like be freaking out because like I'd be like, okay, I would try to go do everything from scratch right away, like based off of memory, and I couldn't get it. So I would get like really discouraged. And I ended up watching the same CSS lessons and courses like 10 times. Like, I'm a freaking idiot, dude. Like, I was so stupid back then. So if you're one of those people that's doing that stuff, don't do that. Just go through, if you're taking a course, a long course where there's a ton of lessons. If you're learning HTML all the way up to PHP full stack development from one course, don't stress out. Like I said, take the course all the way through, watch every video just once, maybe twice if you absolutely have to. Take your notes, do what they tell you to do, and then when it's all said and done, or like when you get to at least finishing the CSS portion or the HTML portion, go off and build a big project with whatever you learned all by yourself, and only go back to the lessons and videos if you're stuck on a problem and you need to look it up research-wise. That's when you go back and rewatch stuff, because you only want to get in your head what you have to know at that time. It's called need-to-know basis, right? Only learn or relearn stuff on a need-to-know basis. So that's why I'm not going to be teaching any complicated like frameworks like React or anything in my course, because a lot of that stuff was designed for large projects or to be working at like a corporate job. And it's just not, that's something you don't learn, big complicated stuff like that until you need to know it. So if you just know plain JavaScript and plain PHP and some WordPress. Like, dude, you know enough to build full stack apps that are really impressive, and you don't need these big complicated frameworks. Like, need to know. That's another big mistake that a lot of new people do is they hear about the newest, shiniest technologies out there like React. I mean, React is getting older now, but all these complicated frameworks out there, and they're like, oh man, I want to learn that. That's the coolest thing. I need to learn that else. I'm not going to get hired. Like, no, dude, there's a million small to medium sized companies that will hire you for work, and they don't use these big frameworks. Okay. So, yeah, don't try to memorize code, I guess is the main thing I want to get through in this video. Just do your best, learn as you go, code every day a little bit, and then be prepared to face that struggle when you have to go off on your own and build something all alone. And that's when everything will make sense.